Dear students and respected teachers, Namaste and welcome to today's class. In today's English class, we have Unit 14 listening session. Can you guess what is the topic for today? Topic for listening? Topic of listening? Can you guess what is it? Okay, let me tell you. Today's topic is very interesting. It is very interesting topic. That is adventure. Do you like adventures? I like it. I like adventures, and I hope that you also like adventures. So what is adventure? Okay, let's look at the slide. What is adventure? Adventure is the topic. It is excitement and the willingness to take risk, try new ideas, etc. A sane spirit of adventure. Our daily life, doing the same, following the same routine for day by day, and it becomes very boring to follow the same routine every day. So sometimes we need a change in our life. So some kind of a change that brightens of our life. So such kind of changes, adventures bring such kind of changes in our life. So it brings a sort of happiness to us, and those dullness of our life. It removes dullness of our life, and we become more active. And our willpower increases to do something when we do adventurous walks. So adventurous, there are activities, adventurous sports that we can do. Look at here. I have got a picture. What is the person in the picture doing? You can see the person is on a rocky part, rocks, and then there's a rope tied in her vest, and there are belts, and then a helmet worn. So what is she doing here? She is climbing rock. So it is a picture of rock climbing. So rock climbing is also a kind of adventurous activity. So when you conquer this hill, this rock, big rock, a kind of enthusiasm comes into your heart, into your mind, then that refreshes you, and you have a new zeal to work. So your daily life also becomes very interesting due to such activity sometimes. So we need to do such kind of activity sometime. As I told you, this was a picture of rock climbing. Similarly, I have another picture here. Can you see what is it? This is a boat, right? A big boat. So what kind of boat is it? You can see ruders here. We say chaku in Nepali, right? So it helps to move this boat into the water. So this is all. You can see many boats over here. So these are raft boat or rafting boat. These are called raft boats or rafting boats. 6 to 8 to 10 people maybe. 8 to 10 people can adjust here, sit there, and they can enjoy rafting in the flowing river, roaring and flowing river. They can go to raft over there. You can see a small boat over here. Can you notice a small boat here? This small boat is it's called kayaking. Okay, kayaking is also another sport, adventure sport. Okay, raft boat, rafting. Now, can you name some more adventurous work or adventurous sports or activities? Can you name some? Of course, there are many more, right? So, look at here. I have brought some. Rock climbing, we have already discussed about it. Rock climbing is also a kind of adventurous sport. Rafting, so Nepal is famous for rafting. Tourists from different countries, they come to pour down to Nepal just to enjoy rafting. So why not we? We can also try rafting. So rafting is done in rivers, flowing rivers, especially in white water. So it is called white water rafting as well. And some safety measures are taken. So in rafting, life jacket is worn. It's not a common kind of jacket. It is just like when in swimming we use tube. The person is floated on water, isn't it? So just like that, if we wear a life jacket, then we float in the water. So there is safety measures in rafting as well. And it is very interesting. You must try it if you get the chance or permission, right? So bungee jumping is another sport. In this sport, the person, from bridge, they jump from the bridge, and the rope is tied in the feet. Okay, belts and ropes are used, and they jump from the bridge, and then they hang over there. So that's bungee jumping. And for the bungee jumping, Nepal is famous in bungee jumping as well. Okay. Paragliding is another sport you might have heard. We always dream of flying like a bird, and it is possible through paragliding. We can fly using parachute, isn't that? Surfing is not done in Nepal, because it is usually done in the water waves, in the sea, water waves. So with the help of a board, surfing board, they surf on the water waves, big waves. Next one is scuba diving. Scuba diving is also done in sea. So this is in scuba diving, oxygen masks are used, and then some other feet wings are used, and then the person goes down into the ocean, sea, and there they can see marine life, aquatic plants, aquatic animals. They can observe over there. So this is also very interesting, but it is not possible in Nepal, as you know that there are no sea. Next one is trekking. Trekking, we can do it in Nepal as Khandruk, Muktinath. Yeah, those places are very famous for trekking. Trekking is walking on foot, traveling on foot for many days, several days. Similarly, there is hiking. Hiking is done for the less days, maybe a single day walk. I have been to hiking many times. I hope you have also been to hiking, and it is very interesting since we can do lots of sightseeing in hiking. Mountaineering, climbing mountains. Yes, Mount Everest is famous for mountaineering all over the world. Skating is done in the snow or on the road, right, with skateboards, snowboard. There are different sorts of skateboards which can be done on snow as well, which can be done on the road as well. Jungle safari, this is another activity. This is not a sport, but the activity which is interesting and adventurous too, because we can observe many wildlife there. Mountain biking is kind of risky one. This one is this is dangerous one. Riding cycle in the bumpy and rocky roads, rocky parts. Kayaking, I have showed you the small boat in the beginning. Small boat where only one person can adjust into, and the boat is taken into the river. This is possible in our rivers of our Nepal. Caving is a little bit different. Caving is to explore, to discover new caves, and only exportees, they do it. They do caving to find out new mines, new gems. And the last, perhaps this one is the last one, cliff diving. And this one is easier one, to dive into the water from the cliff. जुन खोला नजिकै समुद्र नजिकै हुन्छ नि पानीको नजिकै माथि ढुङ्गाबाट हाम फाल्ने. Okay, that is cliff diving. So okay, these are the activities, adventurous activities. You can try it under the guidance of the guide. Okay, so without guidance of guide, we do not try these activities. So let's move to our lesson, that is in page number 160. You can turn over page number 160, and there's a such kind of figure. Okay. All right. So whatever we have discussed earlier will certainly help you to do these activities. That's why we discussed those adventurous activities before. Let's number these pictures. Number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So pictures are here. You can see it clearly. If this picture is not clear, it is given in your book as well. Look at there. And look at the questions as well. What can you see in the pictures? What we can see in the pictures? What is there? See, in the first picture, number 1, there's a raft board and people are on it. They are holding rudder and they have worn helmets, worn jackets, right? So this activity that we have already discussed, what is it? Under number A. So these all are adventurous activities. As a whole, all activities are adventurous activity. Number 1, among that number 1, this picture is of rafting. Right? This first picture is of rafting. What is the second one? The person has jumped from the bridge. This is a bridge, and you can see rope tied in the feet. So what is it? This is a bungee jumping. It is called bungee jumping. And third one I have showed you picture in the slide as well. What is it? The person is climbing on the rock. So obviously this is a rock climbing. This is a rock climbing. Okay. And fourth picture, this is of, there's a parachute, a person is hung over there and flying like a bird. So what is it? It is paragliding. Okay, it is called paragliding. You can go to Pokhara for paragliding. You can try over there. And okay, so what can we see? The picture is, you can include those answers. And number B, let's move to number B. Are you ready for that? Number B, have you ever gone rafting? So answer depends upon you. If you have been, you can say yes, I have gone rafting. Or if it is no, then you can say no, I have not been. Yes or no, answer depends upon you, whether you have gone or not. Yes, I have gone. No, I haven't gone. Okay, yes or no, you can answer according to you. Now let's move to number C. How far is Charaudi from Kathmandu? Charaudi is the name of place. Have you heard this before? Charaudi Charauli is a place, so how far is it? We will find out in listening. Okay, how far is Charauli? It is western part of Nepal. So how far is it? We will find out in the audio clip. We will listen to audio clip and we will find out. Okay. So again, audio clip. Okay. Okay. Audio clip. Listen and find out. Okay, I will play this audio for 3 times or more, maybe more than that if required. In required, I can play more than 3 times because it is just a practice, isn't it? So okay, let's start listening.
Grade 10, Unit 14. You'll hear a conversation between Vikas and Roshani.
Hello, Bikash. Long time no see. Where have you been?
Hi, Roshani. Yeah, we've been out of touch. I was on a holiday and I enjoyed rafting this time. Have you ever gone rafting?
Oh, yes.
Tell me about it.
I can never forget the time I first went, actually. I set off to Taraudi, 3-hour drive from Kathmandu.
When?
3 July 2015.
Oh, what did you do?
As soon as our 10 members team arrived in Taraudi, a guide came and briefed us about rafting.
Then?
We started rafting at 10:30. Scenic valleys and impressive gorges, exhilarating rapids, and easier sections, as well as the right amount of time, made it the perfect trip. But
Ooh, what happened next?
I couldn't swim, actually, and I didn't know what to do. As far as I remember I started shouting and whistling when we were drowning in the whirlpool.
How did you feel?
Oh, terrible! And I'd never been rafting before. Luckily, the guide shifted us gently and cleverly.
Yes, yes.
And,
What would you have done if there hadn't been anyone to help you?
I don't know. I'd have tried my best to get out of the whirlpool.
So, have you heard the audio clip? Did you find out how far is Taraudi from Kathmandu? Of course, isn't it? What was there? 3 hours. 3 hours. It is far. Taraudi is far from Kathmandu. 3 hours far from Kathmandu. Taraudi is 3 hours far from Kathmandu. Okay, so here answer is 3 hours. Okay. So let's move to next one now. Look at page number 160. Study time B. Okay, now let's remove this. Okay, here's the second activity you need to do. That is, listen. Listen to the conversation and decide whether the following statements are true or false. So, let's listen once again and find out whether the statements are true or false. So, number A. So let me describe this statements to you, so how it would be easy for you to do later on those exercises. The rafting team was from Chitwan. So where was the team from? So there's a team is required to do rafting. As you had already seen, the raft board is very big, and 8 to 10 people can adjust over there. So it's a group work, teamwork, team activity. So the team was from which place? You have to listen this particular place, whether it is Chitwan or not. Listen that place. Try to listen the place, which place they are from. And number B, Rosni enjoyed rafting on 3rd June 2015. So you have to focus here particularly on the date. Day, month, year, you have to check it properly. Number C, they started rafting from Charaudi. What was the starting point? Whether it was Charaudi or not. Let's find out that. Number D, Roshni shouted and whistled while she was drowning in whirlpool. So there is a character named Roshni. You have already heard, right? Roshni. So she must have gone to rafting. She rafting, and there must be a problem, and she shouted, whistled, or not. While she was drowning in the whirlpool. What did she do while drowning? So we have to focus on that. Number E, no one helped them when they were in trouble. Whether they were helped or not, we have to find out that point. Okay, so I'm going to play it. Listen and find out answer. For your convenience, I'll pause it in the answers.
Grade 10, Unit 14. You'll hear a conversation between Bikas and Roshani.
Hello, Bikash. Long time no see. Where have you been?
Hi, Roshani. Yeah, we've been out of touch. I was on a holiday and I enjoyed rafting this time. Have you ever gone rafting?
Oh, yes.
Tell me about it.
I can never forget the time I first went, actually. I set off to Taraudi, 3-hour drive from Kathmandu.
When?
Okay, so 3 from Kathmandu. Actually, they were from, the team was, including Rosni, they were from Kathmandu. So certainly they were not from Chitwan. That's why this is false. Okay, the first answer is false.
3 July 2015.
Oh, what did you do?
Heard the answer? Is it 3rd June 2015? No. So 3rd July, that's why this is also false. Okay. Let's listen next one.
As soon as our 10 members team arrived in Taraudi, a guide came and briefed us about rafting.
Then?
We started rafting at 10:30. Scenic valleys and impressive gorges, exhilarating rapids, and easier sections, as well as the right amount of time, made it the perfect trip. But
Oh, what happened next?
I couldn't swim, actually, and I didn't know what to do.
When?
3 July 2015.
Oh, what did you do?
As soon as our 10 members team arrived in Taraudi, a guide came and briefed
At Charaudi, and from there they started the journey, right? That's why it is true. True. Next.
about rafting.
Then?
We started rafting at 10:30. Scenic valleys and impressive gorges, Exhilarating rapids and easier sections, as well as the right amount of time, made it the perfect trip. But
Ooh, what happened next?
I couldn't swim, actually, and I didn't know what to do. As far as I remember, I started shouting and whistling when we were drowning in the whirlpool.
Okay. She couldn't swim. And what happened? She started drowning. At that time, she shouted and whistled. So, this is true statement. Now, number E is remaining. Let's go to number E.
You feel?
Oh, terrible! And I'd never been rafting before. Luckily, the guide shifted us gently and cleverly.
Yes, yes.
And,
What would you have done if there hadn't been anyone to help you?
I don't know. I'd have tried my best to get out of the whirlpool.
So, a guide helped them, right? But the statement says no one helped them when they were in trouble. So this last statement is also false. Okay. So this is the first activity, and these activities are quite easier. So you must be enjoying it. Let's move to next number, that is number 2. So for that, let me remove this and paste next exercise on the board. So here I have written it in chart paper. Okay, this is also in your book, so you can go through your book as well. Okay, so what we have to do here? Listen to the conversation again and take the correct answer. So listen to the conversation again, I'll play it again, and you have to take the correct answer, best answer. Number A. How far is Charaudi from Kathmandu? So this answer is quite easy, right? We discussed it before as well. Though we are going to listen it once again. 5 hours drive, 2 hours drive, 3 hours drive, 4 hours drive. So how far is it? Take I. This is I, and then IV, 4 hours drive. And number B, how many members were there in their team? So, how many members were there? 10, 11, 12 or 9? How many members were there? Take it. And after that, number C, who briefed them about rafting? Who was there to guide them, brief them? Number 1, the team leader, the guide, because or no one. Okay, so take the best answer among them. Number D, when did they start rafting? You have to choose the correct time. 10 a.m., quarter past 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. Okay, here is also a.m. 10:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. Okay, this is also a.m. You can see in your book a.m. Okay, both are. Number E, the last one. How did Rosani feel when she was in the whirlpool? When she was drowning, she felt something, right? What was that? Excited? Was she excited? Did she like it? And she was excited? Or she felt terrible? She didn't like it and she felt terrible? Wonderful? Did she feel wonderful while drowning? Or she was nervous? So what is it? So I'll play the tape and audio clip, and then you find out these answers. Okay. This time you try to find out answer yourself first. Okay. Here it goes.
14, you'll hear a conversation between Bikas and Roshani.
Hello, Bikash. Long time no see. Where have you been?
Hi, Roshani. Yeah, we've been out of touch. I was on a holiday and I enjoyed rafting this time. Have you ever gone rafting?
Oh, yes.
Tell me about it.
I can never forget the time I first went, actually. I set off to Taraudi, 3-hour drive from Kathmandu.
When?
3 July 2015.
Oh, what did you do?
As soon as our 10 members team arrived in Taraudi, a guide came and briefed us about rafting.
Then?
We started rafting at 10:30. Scenic valleys and impressive gorges, exhilarating rapids, and easier sections, as well as the right amount of time, made it the perfect trip. But
Oh, what happened next?
I couldn't swim, actually, and I didn't know what to do. As far as I remember I started shouting and whistling when we were drowning in the whirlpool.
How did you feel?
Oh, terrible! And I'd never been rafting before. Luckily, the guide shifted us gently and cleverly.
Yes, yes.
And,
What would you have done if there hadn't been anyone to help you?
I don't know. I'd have tried my best to get out of the whirlpool.
So, could you find the answers? Could you find the answers? Okay, number A. How far is Saraudi from Kathmandu? This is we have done it earlier as well. So it is third number, 3 hours far from Kathmandu. Okay. For the rest of the numbers, I will play the audio clip for the last time, and this time I will pause it in the answers, and you can check your answers whether your answers are correct or not at that time.
Grade 10, Unit 14, you'll hear a conversation between Bikas and Roshani.
Hello, Bikash. Long time no see. Where have you been?
Hi, Roshani. Yeah, we've been out of touch. I was on a holiday and I enjoyed rafting this time. Have you ever gone rafting?
Oh, yes.
Tell me about it.
I can never forget the time I first went, actually. I set off to Taraudi, 3-hour drive from Kathmandu.
When?
3 July 2015.
Oh, what did you do?
As soon as our 10 members team arrived.
Okay, so 10 members. Okay, 10 members were there. How many? 10 members.
A guide came and briefed us about rafting.
Then?
Guide came and briefed us about rafting. The guide. Okay.
Rafting at 10:30. Scenic valleys and impressive.
So 10:30 a.m.
Exhilarating rapids and easier sections, as well as the right amount of time, made it the perfect trip. But
Oh, what happened next?
I couldn't swim, actually, and I didn't know what to do. As far as I remember I started shouting and whistling when we were drowning in the whirlpool.
How did you feel?
Oh, terrible! And I'd never been rafting before. Luckily,
How did she feel? She felt terrible. Right?
Yes.
and
What would you have done if there hadn't been anyone to help you?
I don't know. I'd have tried my best to get out of the whirlpool.
Okay, so we have solved all answers. Number A, 3 hours. Number B, 10. Number C, the guide. Number D, 10:30 a.m. Number E, terrible. So one more activity is left now, that is follow-up activity. Okay, look at the slide. Number C, follow-up activity. Work in a pair, create a conversation between you and your friends, either about rafting or about swimming or any other adventurous trip. So write a conversation about any adventurous trip. We have just listened about rafting in audio clip. Now you write about any other adventurous activity and share with your friends, and you can even show it to your teachers and get feedback. So I hope the teachers will help you for that. This much for today. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you. Namaste.